You've spent a lot of time poring over regular expression syntax to come up with just the perfect expression. But how do you test it for the use in the real world? You know, it's pretty easy to write a regular expression to match a list of valid inputs, but it's also pretty difficult to create one that rejects the wrong inputs. My name is Benjamin from regexland.com, and in this video we're going to have a quick look at the various ways you can test your expression to make sure it's ready for real-world use. As we go through these steps, I'll illustrate what I'm saying by testing an expression I wrote for matching this date format that you see on the screen. A 4-digit year, a 2-digit month, a 2-digit day, all separated by forward slashes. So it's time for step 1. Search for related community patterns. Chances are someone in the world has already lost a lot of sleep over the same expression you're creating now. So it's a great starting point to do a quick Google search for your expression and see how others have done it in the past. By seeking other expressions similar to yours and analyzing what they were doing, you'll quickly see any loopholes in your expression and you'll be able to fix them before you even start with testing. So while searching, you'll find answers on various tools and also on regex library websites. There are tons of examples out there and you can search for all of them. Step 2. Find bugs using a regex tester. So once you're happy that your expression is as fit as the rest out there, it's time to put it through a tester, a regex tester tool. This is a tool that highlights certain portions of your code and explains what the various parts do. There's a whole lot of tools out there, both for desktop and online, but the tools I like the most are regex101.com and regexer.com. Both are online and both are free to use. So here I'm pasting my code into regex101 and it just highlights the part for me, as you can see. It allows me to quickly see if my code contains an error. For example, if I remove one of these parentheses here, regex101 will tell me that the code is not valid. I can also hover over certain parts of the expression and it will explain what they do, or I can view a more robust explanation over to the right. I can even insert some text here at the bottom to see if my expression does in fact match any of the input. I'll speak a little bit more about this later. Step 3. Gather a list of valid and invalid inputs. So now that we've sorted out any bugs in our expression, it's time to gather a list of valid and invalid inputs that we can test against. This will depend highly on your specific use case. So in my case, I'm just going to write down a whole list of valid dates, as you see here. Next, I'm going to write down a list of invalid dates. For example, there are only 12 months in a year, so number 13 here in the months place would be an invalid date, as would also be a day of the month that is greater than 31. Or any alphabetic characters or punctuation characters other than the slashes that we've specified at the start. So just try to break your system in as many ways as possible and note down all of those wrong inputs. Step 4. It's time to run unit tests. So now that you've got your list of valid and invalid inputs, it's time to run them through a unit tester. Now, unit tester is a very great tool that allows you to specify various inputs and also whether they should be accepted or rejected. So to start this, I'm going to click on Unit Tests in regex 101 and just start inserting all my inputs. And just remember to specify which of these inputs should be accepted or rejected. And as you can see here, you can even run individual tests on separate capture groups, which is quite handy. So once you're done, just click Run Tests at the bottom of the page and it will show you if all the tests have passed. This is a really great way of testing your expression while you're working on it and ensuring that all the right inputs are accepted and all the wrong ones are rejected. So I hope these steps assisted you in getting your regular expression ready for the world. And if it did, please consider liking or subscribing to this channel, or just heading over to my blog at regexland.com, where I write a lot of interesting articles about regex. Thanks for watching.